Yeah, look, I've been saying since May of this year, Fernando Bale is the best greyhound of all time, and at $1.5 million in prize money, so far he's up to some 8 Group 1s, 11 Group wins overall, unbeaten at group level. We'll never see a greyhound again like him. From
what I've seen in my age, he's probably right up there with the best dogs, but to compare dogs in the eras, I don't know. As I said, there's been a lot of good dogs, so in my era that I've seen, he's a very, very, very good dog.
It's very hard to compare one dog from one generation to the other, but I don't think I've seen a dog with a long career, an extensive career like this bloke that's been so consistent at such a young age. So I'd say he would probably rate as the best, certainly the best that we've ever had.
Fernando Bale is the best and most important race dog ever. In my opinion, you have a look at what Farlap did during the Depression, not just because he was so brilliant, but the timing. He came along when a lot of people needed a champion, and I think greyhound racing needed a champion, and Fernando Bale has been exactly that. He will be a legend irrespective of what happens in the Melbourne Cup.
Oh, absolutely. When he comes out of the boxes, I gasp for air because he flies out the boxes. He's the greatest greyhound I've ever seen, and I've been following greyhound racing for 45 years.
Well, I've got to say he's the best I've ever seen now. I came into the sport on the back of Brett Lee. My first big night in greyhound racing was when Brett Lee won the Easter egg, and I thought I'd never see a dog to match him. But this dog, what he's done over his career, you just got to say he's the best. He just does nothing wrong week in, week out, winning Group 1 races like they're for fun. Like, he just treats very good dogs as if they're second rate, and to just have the record he has, in greyhound racing, it's unbelievable. It's not like horse racing where you've got a jockey where you get steered. Like, he's any box, any night, any track, he just does everything right and he just keeps winning. I don't think I'll ever see a dog as good as him.
I'm definitely convinced that he is the best greyhound we've ever seen, and that's worldwide for that matter, certainly in Australia. The fact that he's so young and has achieved what he has, that's something that's very, very rare. Most of the great dogs, they mentioned the Brett Lee's Rapid Journey, they were all 3.5 and that sort of age when they really got into the big smoke. But this greyhound, he's just 32 months now, he's still not 3 till March. His record is absolutely superb for a young greyhound, and he's reached his full maturity, as most people admit that greyhounds about 30 months reach their maturity. So he's just reached the peak. If he was to race on, we're looking down the track of $2 million and beyond in prize money alone, and it was only 6 weeks ago we were worrying about $1 million, and he's that sort of greyhound, and his beginning ability is just something we've never seen like it. We've seen plenty of good beginners, but literally not 99 times out of 100, and for that reason it's been a pleasure to watch this greyhound grow through the last 12 months.
I have a real problem with comparing greyhounds of different eras. I think he's the best greyhound I have ever seen and probably will ever see. But I think there's been some champions in the past that raced decades ago, and I think it's unfair to compare them with Fernando Bale. So I think champion of this time now, but the greatest of all time, I just can't say it.
Fernando Bale is the greatest greyhound, certainly in the modern era. His deeds on the track speak for itself, but his popularity off the track as well. The number of people that come along just to see him run and see him in the parade yard just speaks volumes for his popularity. So for what he's done for the greyhound industry and what he's done on the track, yes, certainly he's the most popular and the best greyhound, certainly in the modern era.
He's close, but he's not the best. My old mate Mickey McGuan owned Fair Sentence that won the Melbourne Cup back in 1989. Best dog ever, Fair Sentence.
Fernando Bale, he's the best sprinter I've ever seen, no doubt about it. But I've been around a long time, and I think Zoom Top's still the best greyhound I've ever seen.
Yeah, I've been involved in greyhound racing for over 40 years, and I've seen a lot of champions come and go, Brett Lee, Tam Lee, and Rapid Journey, all those dogs. But I think it took me a long time, but after watching this dog win 8 Group 1 races in a short career, I must remember he's not even 3 years old until March next year, he's got to be the best.
Fernando Bale, he's absolutely the best dog of this last decade at least. His efforts in Group 1 finals, his overall race manners and his whole, I suppose, racing persona is just enormous. But it's very hard to compare against different generations of dogs, and we've had the likes of Brett Lee and Rapid Journey. They were great dogs as well, super dogs as well, for their time. Lots of things change, but he is absolutely the dog of the moment, a pure champion.
Fernando Bale, he is the best greyhound I've seen. I don't think there's a chink in his armour. Fernando Bale, great box draw manners. Fernando Bale, early speed. Fernando Bale, mid-race speed. Fernando Bale, end of race speed. He is the perfect greyhound. Fernando Bale, a true champion.